Hi. Well, several weeks into lockdown now, and with limited opportunity for getting outdoors for some of you and getting out and doing some exercise, especially if your child's been used to organised exercise like football or gymnastics, you might be finding that your child is really missing out on the kind of sensory activities, particularly in the area of proprioception and vestibular input. Now, these can be these are lesser known sensory areas, but they can be really important for children that have experienced neglect and trauma in their early lives. So I thought today it would be good to talk about some of the kind of activities you might be able to do in your home to support proprioceptive and vestibular sensory development, and perhaps give your children, if they're craving sensory input in those areas, give your children some activities to do that might help them to get the input that they're looking for. So if your child is looking for proprioceptive input or vestibular input, you might find that they're jumping and running and crashing into things and being, what we might have called in the past hyperactive in some way. So think back to all these with sensory activities. Think back to when children are babies and the sensory input that would have calmed and soothed and comforted them when they were young. Things like rocking and sucking and being held skin to skin and physical contact. In terms of proprioception, that's to do with knowing where your body is and the sensations on your body. There are definitely things that you can do to give your child that feeling, the proprioceptive input that they might be craving. If you're lucky enough to have a weighted blanket, this is the time to start using that. But a lot of you won't have those. They can be quite expensive unless you've got the skills to make them yourself, and they're probably extremely difficult to source during these COVID-19 lockdown times anyway. So we're looking for ways to put gentle pressure on your child's limbs and body so that they can feel that sensory input coming in. There are other ways to do that other than with weighted blankets. You might be able to do something with balloons or a beach ball where you roll it up and down their arms and legs, applying gentle but pressure that they can feel, but that's fairly gentle. You may be able to, one of the things that's a beautiful sensory activity and really nurturing is to put hand cream on each other's hands. And again, while you're doing that, you can just apply some deep pressure to the fingers and to the joints as you're doing that. And so not only is that nurturing skin to skin activity, but it's also giving them some proprioceptive input as well. If your child is willing, and if that's a safe kind of touch for you, you could look to apply a moisturising cream to their legs and again, just squeeze gently as you do it, or up their arms to their elbows, and again just squeeze gently as you're doing that, and it just gives them some of the deep proprioceptive input that they're looking for if they're craving that. In terms of vestibular activities, this is to do with where you are in space. We think of it as being related to balance. So you might find your child is spinning in order to get that kind of input. And that can be too much to handle, crowded into a house maybe with other children and with objects around that are likely to get damaged or broken if there's a lot of spinning kind of activity going on. Now, this is perhaps more difficult to do in the home. If you're lucky enough to have a garden, you can literally go outside and do spinning and star jumps. If you have a trampoline or a small one for indoors or a bigger one for outdoors, that's a great source of vestibular input as well. Any rhythmic movement is useful. So if you're able to do the online some of the online physical exercise videos that have been going on, Keep Fit with Joe or whatever it is that you can do, those kind of movement and rhythm, music and rhythm activities can be good. When my little boy was very small, he was quite into drums, and we didn't have any drums, but we would put out pots and pans to play on, and if the noise of that was too much, you might not believe this, but if I gave him 2 pencils and drew a drum kit on a piece of paper, he would play the paper drum kit for quite a while, and we found that really calming for him when he was young. Rhythmic activities can also include dancing. You know, to put some music on in the kitchen and do some dancing together, and that can be a good bonding and fun time between 2 people as well. It can also include using a rocking chair, if you have a rocking chair, or any item to sit on that doesn't sit stable, that can safely be moved while the child's sitting on it, so a wobbly cushion or a bean bag or something like that. You might also want to look at sensory play activities that might have been perhaps usually used by younger children, but that your slightly older child can rediscover and enjoy during the time when you're stuck in the house, like water play, sand play, slime, plasticine, salt dough, making mud pies if you do have a garden, finger painting, popping what's that called, bubble wrap, and other sensory sensations like that. So we're just looking for ways to increase the level of proprioceptive and vestibular activity your child's able to access, but in a safe way, and if possible in ways that are nurturing and that involve two of you, and so that can bring some calming to your family home, while at the same time establishing and deepening the relationships between you as you go through this difficult time together. I hope some of that has been helpful. I shall be back soon to talk some more about some of the regulated activities that you can be trying at home while you're not able to get outside and do as much exercise as usual. It'd be great to hear from you about the things that you are doing, so please do join the conversation. We'd love to see your comments and to find out what's been working for you in terms of helping to keep the temperature down in the family home and make the most of the time that you've got together. Bye.